less awkward.
I know.
Maybe.
Maybe. And we're glad you're here today, joining us to talk about our stitching and other stuff. Now, every time I say it, I think about the episode that you insisted I hadn't said that, when I know I had.
So I've got short-term memory loss. What can I say? Really short-term memory loss.
If you're new joining us, we are a mother-daughter floss tube channel talking about cross stitch and life and knitting stuff in Washington State. And today we're together.
Yeah.
Which we don't usually get.
We haven't been together, I don't think, since August.
We didn't do one at Christmas time. No,
we have not recorded since August.
Yeah,
together.
Wow, that's a long time.
Sarah's in Eastern Washington and I'm in Western Washington. So
yep. And we came over yesterday because my grandpa was ready to send away the hutch that I have dreamed of owning. So we got a trailer and came over here, and we're up at my grandpa's house for the afternoon.
Yeah, longer than we thought.
Mm-hmm. We did our stitchy Zoom call yesterday, which Mom had to miss because she was doing like grandpa clean out.
Yeah, the never ending clean out.
And I was like, had to leave early because now it was time to go home. And anyways, it was a really fun time. So thanks for those of you who joined us to just visit, and wish I could have stayed the whole time. I don't know how long it went after. We just kind of,
I don't know. But if you were new to that, I don't remember even who all was on it. We're not usually that crazy scattered. Sarah was outside on my grandpa's deck on a picnic table.
With really poor service. You didn't even know, but like half the time I would freeze and people were like, and I could hear them still because I wasn't totally on there, like, oh, she's gone. And I can still hear them like, I'm like hopping up trying to move my phone because I was using a hotspot because his internet was it wasn't good enough to even start probably out on the deck. So anyways, thanks for those of you who are joining us that hung in there with me.
She was determined not to cancel it. So
I really didn't want to cancel it. I feel we had like, I think 10 or 11 people. Yeah. And I thought, no, we haven't done this for a long time. So
we'll do it again soon and do a more normal
one. We won't wait as long to do another one.
It was supposed to be like a quick trip. And then just, you know how those things kind of can evolve. And it's like, hey, we've got a trailer and there's room. We need to be doing some more clean out while we're here. And he's my dad was kind of in the mode to kind of accept it. Been really hard for my dad. So there's just, it was
kind of like, quick, put this in the trailer. We know he needs to get rid of this. He's given us permission, even though he's mad about it, but let's just get it out. Take it away.
The treasure trove that I found that I don't know why I'm so jazzed about this, but I think it's because such a memory for me is my parents had a turntable and they had a ton of albums, vinyls. And my parents listened to music all the time. I mean, I just grew up in a home that had music on. And so I didn't know that they had kept a bunch of these vinyls. And I think there's more somewhere in the house. I think all the Christmas ones are somewhere else, but I found them stacked up in the very back corner of a shelving unit with stuff in front of it. And I pulled them out and I just started shoving them in like a shopping bag.
Because he doesn't even have a turntable anymore.
I haven't had a turntable in probably 30 years. I don't think he even knew they were there, but I knew that if he saw me take them, he was going to get
an emotional stress.
There's so much emotional stuff. So I put them in a shopping bag and said, Liddy, come here. So Liddy came running over.
We sound terrible.
I know. It wasn't. I said, take this over to outside to Poppy's car. Just put it over by Poppy's car. And then I found.
I didn't know you were trying to sneak them out.
Well, he doesn't need them. My dad has these.
The house is full. It's not like hoarders full, but it's just they've lived there
58 years.
Life.
About 58 years I lived in that house, and
it's just a lifetime of things from him and Grandma, and the 30 extra pots and pans out in the rec room that he'll never use, but that still felt like he couldn't get rid of them, but it just needed to go.
I think what happened for them is that they would replace things, but not get rid of the old stuff.
To have it as a backup.
Like he's got an extra microwave out in his rec room.
Everything we asked him about, like, okay, are you going to keep this this should probably go, this extra microwave. No, that's my backup. Like his backup.
Like he couldn't live without a microwave for a week if he had to go buy a new one and there wasn't one in stock.
He said backup. I don't know how many times yesterday when you were asking him, like.
So there's some things the microwave is going to go when we go back out there with another truck. But anyway, it just, we were not taking things that I knew were going to be meaningful, meaningful for him, or that he was going to use. And part of the issue is he's got a friend moving in with him. And so we've got to make room for her things. And that kind of stuff just needs to go. Anyway, it just ended up being
He's just not quite ready to let it go, but he also wants to move on.
Yeah.
So he's kind of in this funny
kind of in limbo. And we had Jesse, her husband, able to help carry some of the stuff out. So it really was fortuitous, and the weather was gorgeous. It wasn't raining. So it was a perfect day to be hauling stuff out. And there's still more. We're not done, but it was good to get what we
had that U-Haul with us so that we were able to get my new hutch back over. And but it didn't take up the whole trailer. So put in the old entertainment center he wanted to get rid of, and all the couch that he didn't want anymore. We were able to.
The other thing is that I think there's this mentality in a lot of older people that if something's still good, they want to hang on to it, or they want to make sure it's going to somebody. Yeah,
it's gonna use it up.
Yeah, yeah, and other things that are like historical to him but mean nothing to the rest of our family anymore because it's back from in the 1930s and just weird things like that. So I started adopting an attitude of
show those dolls.
Just take it and say, yes, Dad, I'll take that. I'll find somebody that'll want it.
Show them next time.
Even though I know nobody's going to want it. And just, yeah. We'll have an example of something for you next week.
They're like haunted house dolls, basically. And he really wanted them to go to someone. So we took them. Like, well, we don't think these are going to stay at our house because they're kind of.
You know what else I was thinking about? Thinking about today is that so much of a house, when you're a married couple, so much of homes is really the wife's stuff, right? I mean, the typical cliche wife stuff, like the kitchen stuff was my mom's. My dad didn't cook much,
right?
You know, the house was decorated.
It's like yours jointly, but really the person who uses or picks it out, or
right. So she decorated the home, and so some of it he doesn't really have that much of an attachment to because it was just decorations to him. I mean, it made the house a home, but so some of that stuff he doesn't care about at all. It's interesting the things that he's really cares about. And you just don't want to go in there and strip the house. No. And I don't know how much stuff his friends bringing. So anyway, it was a very emotional, unusual day, but we made it through, and yeah.
Now does it light a fire under you to clean everything out for me?
No, because I just filled my house up with more stuff.
Yeah. Well, we're probably not the only ones. Like, I'm sure there are people watching that have gone through similar clean out things that are just.
Yeah. And we're hoping to put our house on the market in about a year, I think next spring. And so, yes, I do have a plan to start purging out stuff. But I mean, I hopefully will live a lot more years. So I'm not going to get rid of like all my decorations and all my craft stuff and, my kitchen stuff.
Jesse came home. He goes, I felt like I was getting a glimpse into our future. I was like, shut up.
Might be next year when you're coming to help us.
I thought he meant our future, like our amount of stuff, but he meant helping them clean out hundreds of cross stitch patterns. No,
we're just going crates in the basement.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
well,
yeah, we're here.
We're here. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Seattle.
Yeah,
it feels like spring, and
it does feel kind of like spring.
Yeah,
which was a year ago. Right now, we were getting a blizzard. We had a weird. We do get snow in February.
I'm kind of waiting to see if we have one more big bout of.
Yeah, and I don't think we're not supposed to get like even cold the rest of the month. I don't think.
Crazy.
I was just looking.
Or maybe spring will just come a little
Duluth is cold.
Yeah.
Let's see. I just feel like we just kind of
rain
40s. Yeah, just a typical. Yeah, I think our snow chance is over for our side of the mountain anyway.
I think last year around this time is when we did our first Zoom meetup, because didn't we did like a Galentine's kind of stitch up, but that was our first one, I think.
I think you're right. Yes, we got Brave.
We got Brave and did one.
I think you're right. I think that was our first one.
I just remembered that was like the same weekend because it was probably Saturday. I think Valentine's was on Sunday last year.
And so we did it on Saturday, and I think our snowstorm hit like either Saturday. I think it was snowing when I did it.
Yeah, actually. That sounds right. Crazy.
Yeah. And then it got crazy because I have a video of it just blowing. We don't get snowstorms like that. Our snow usually just falls gently down, and it was just wicked. So anyway, I don't have a ton of stitching, but the girls have stitching.
I wasn't really thinking we were going to record. I was thinking we were going to have to leave earlier than we ended up having to leave. So I didn't bring all of my stuff that I worked on this week, but I may end up inserting some pictures because I did get a good amount done. Yeah. But I also have 3 girls off to the side here that have been quiet this time, other than Lydia's little head pop.
Yeah.
We told them, shape up or you're out.
We've
We said
gotten
Liddy
a little,
can go first.
we've gotten a little lax on our.
We've let them take over.
Our etiquette.
Because we all know you're all just really watching for these people. Come on.
Okay, come
You
show
wanna
us
go
what you got,
first?
Liddy Lou.
Lydia has been working hard here. I'll just slide out of that frame a little more.
My chair's stuck on the.
You can, yeah, come on in.
Sit on the
I'm
side.
trying.
Come on
There you
in.
go.
Come on in.
Okay, so I'm doing Bees and Honey by Tiny Modernist.
So
I'm doing this one right now because I finished. Did I show you?
Yeah,
Finished
you
last
finished
you
that.
finished and
Okay.
showed it last week.
Last week.
So I'm doing the bee.
On fabrics you got from Aunt Nancy, who sent us a big supply of Ada a while ago.
Mhm.
And it's perfect on this green. Look how
I
good the
know.
color is with this light above us.
Yeah.
We have a ring light above us today.
Yeah.
Honey, figured out.
I finally sat down and figured out how to use her ring light.
Look at that.
Look at your bee.
I
Her
think
face
that
is so
bee is
cute.
so
I
cute.
think it's her eyelashes.
I
though.
wish bees were that cute in real life.
Good job.
And then I
Lydia.
started on the flowers down here. This looks confusing, but these are 2 petals and there will be
Uh-huh.
3 more up here.
Yeah, so it'll be ringed all around with flowers.
Oh
almost
yeah,
up
it's
to the
like a
top.
little border. Uh-huh.
You need to give her her little antenna too. And her
Oh, yeah.
wings.
That's
I
super
I
cute.
started with the crown. So.
Yeah,
Super,
you
super
did.
cute.
Yeah, really cute. I love this one too. The bee scap at the top
Mhm.
with the little bees. I think you should.
Are
do
you gonna
that one,
stitch
too.
all of them, do you think?
You should.
I am.
You're gonna
What?
stitch all of them? Will they all
I
fit on
can't-
this fabric?
no,
do you
I don't
think?
think so.
No, we'll have to pick another fabric.
This is
Yeah.
how big
I've
the
got some
flower
other
is.
ones like pinks and blues. That might be really cute.
Or pale yellow
I
might be
do
pretty.
think that these tiny ones could fit
Oh yeah, it could
if
maybe.
I wanted to. Because there's
On the green? Oh, yeah, maybe on the little bottom corner here or something. Depends on how you want to finish these.
I would cut.
We would cut it.
I would
probably
do
to
your.
make
I would
sure.
see how much fabric you've got left.
Mm-hmm. So
Super
cute.
I'm really proud of you. She had a little bit of a stitching hiatus a lot of last year, but she got.
Well, we bought this cute pattern
Yeah.
for her.
We just need
picked
to
it
find
out.
the right patterns for you.
Yes,
You
I
just
picked
picked this
that
out. I know. So we just need to let you choose your
And Tiny
patterns.
Modernist has some really cute things.
Mm-hmm. And
Yes.
Frosted Pumpkin. Those are
Yeah,
kind of our
Frosted
top.
Pumpkin.
I'm just
kids
going to
stitcher.
swivel.
Although that Salt and Pepper Stitcher's got some cute ones. Emily,
Oh
who was on our
yeah.
Zoom call yesterday.
Yes.
That would she's got some that you guys would probably like
Yeah.
stitching too.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should look at those and
I'm
see
just
if you
gonna
can
Okay.
finish. Thanks for sharing.
So Millie's been working on something from a pattern that we got from Julie Dixon, our friend, who sent it to us, and she's
Mhm.
bombing along on this, and it's such a cute
Oh
pattern.
my goodness.
That's such cute
Oh,
fabric.
hold it. Oh, you got it?
Well,
Oh, you had it.
Mostly.
Mostly.
This Christmas celebration
oh
sample.
my. Oh,
Uh-huh.
Sarah.
Uh-oh, what?
No, I'm
Uh-oh.
just a little concerned about this.
your mother.
That was not on purpose.
Mimi's gonna get you some floss away bags.
I have wrapper things.
Wrapper thing?
Oh, spools.
that
What are
would
they called?
stress-
Bobbins.
Bobbins, that would stress me out a little bit. Okay, and Sarah or Millie and Mommy dyed this fabric.
We did. And then she
What is
found
this
her own
color?
threads.
Probably a piece of thread from in here, honey.
Probably. I just don't know what color it is.
Oh,
I don't think I've
I
used that
think-
color
I don't think you're gonna need it.
ever.
Okay, show us your progress.
Show us where you've got to.
Oh
All the way down to
my
the next
gosh. Oh, now you're on to the
border.
next one. You finished Rudolph and the little houses.
And I'm starting to do the ice up here.
And isn't
The
it nice
icicles
to
on
be
the
doing the
ice
border
floor.
as you go, so you don't have all
Yes.
that waiting for you at the end? So
I'm
you keep learning that
doing-
lesson.
I'm
So you're getting
doing
ready to do the T? No,
the
the I.
icicles on the ice skater.
Ice
the
skating
ice-
for
Ice skater.
The
Ice skater.
icicles on top. I'm doing those.
I see. I'm doing the icicles along the top.
Yeah.
Wow. That's why you have that row of white beginning to stitch there.
Right there.
They're going to be icicles.
Super cute.
Very nice.
I really, it is so much cuter on the blue than it is on this fabric.
I think so
I
too.
think
Yeah, the blue is so cute.
it just
did a good
pops
job
little bit
picking out
more.
what you
Yeah,
wanted.
The white.
I don't even
pops.
think we got exactly what you were. You had
No.
something in mind, and I feel like this wasn't even quite what you were describing to me,
I
but it
wanted
turned
a
out.
light blue, but we had to get a dark blue, so it wasn't that light.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it turned out.
The dark looks nice with all the white. in
yeah,
it.
white pops on that darker blue much more. Good job, sweetie. You're just bombing along on it. Okay.
Gonna have it ready for sure by next Christmas.
I know. Here comes Miss
Yeah,
Rosie
Maybe since we'll
Pie.
actually fully finish something.
That's just gonna frame.
Yeah, that one will frame. That'll
Here's,
be easy.
here's baby Rosie.
Baby.
She's
Hi.
our little 8-year-old stitcher. Oh, did you start something new? We've been working on this
Maybe
for-
had
oh,
a few
we've been working
stitches
on
in
this.
it, but not. Yeah.
Mhm.
So what are we doing?
I'm trying to fix my
I'll just,
needle.
there you go.
So we're working on a little kit. Okay.
There you go. Show what you're working on.
I don't know what it's by.
It's
Slaw.
It's Bucilla. It's a little Bucilla kit.
Priscilla,
Bucilla.
Priscilla, I think.
Bucilla.
So
How do you
cute.
ever say it?
Are you the one that's really in love with sloths?
Actually, Millie is the
Millie
one.
was.
Who's- Millie was. She didn't talk a lot about
Uh-huh.
sloths lately, but you like them too.
It's the paw.
It says top paw.
Oh, okay. Did you finish your pen pal girl, or you didn't work on her this
No.
week?
We just didn't.
Its
She's close
thread
though.
is weird.
What?
Something's wrong with it.
Oh, I need to look at it. Oh, I
Oh,
forgot. I think
yeah.
we just need to take back a couple stitches, end
Oh.
the thread, and then I think it broke or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, but you're gonna
There
work
was
on
a
little
note.
slothy boy
Yeah.
or girl.
Little
Maybe it's a
sloth.
girl sloth.
I think it's a girl.
You think it's a girl?
It looks like a girl.
It does have kind of girl eyes, doesn't it?
And she's with flowers, and only girls like flowers.
Only girl sloths hang around the flower beds. Very cute, honey. Good job.
Those are going to be like lazy daisy stitches.
Lazy Daisy?
You're going to have to learn lazy daisies, I think.
Really?
Yes. Ooh. Those flowers are lazy daisies and French knots. I'll be probably needing to do the French knots for you. But there's going to be fancy embroidery stitch in there for those flowers.
And there's no border.
Unless we just
And there's
switch
no
them.
border.
And there is no border. Woo-hoo-hoo.
You are
Mimi has trained you
you
well.
are a relative.
Oh my gosh. There's no borders. Thanks for showing.
Okay, you gonna go back and play your game with Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to jot down what time we really started at. Oh, well,
I think you started at 12:12.
you think so? 12:12? Did you look at your watch right when we were starting?
No.
Oh, well, thanks. I'll say around 12:12, and that's hopefully accurate because that helps me with my editing later to know if I have to pause or insert a picture.
Imagine us having to pause ever.
We're so smooth. Things always go so easily.
Mm.
Let's see. I don't
Oh,
have any.
I have a previous finish.
Have a previous finish.
Yeah,
Yes, you do.
I do. So I've shared before that I stitched a lot for my mom over the years, and there's this piece that was hanging on her wall forever.
Mhm.
And I've paid attention, ever since she passed away, because I'd be over there looking at stuff, and it was on the wall, and I thought, I'm not going to take it till my dad's ready to, because she had kind of a little arrangement on the wall. And when I was there a couple of weeks ago, it wasn't on the wall anymore.
Like he took it down?
Well, I didn't know, and his lady friend, I don't know what to call her,
Partner. Just call him
Partner.
partner.
his partner, super sweet gal, super respectful. I mean,
Lady friend.
lady friend. I don't know. It's not like his girlfriend, but anyway, partner. Anyway, she's just a doll. She really is a doll. It's so far that I can tell. Maybe she's got some wicked side that I haven't seen, but
She seems very nice.
she seems very nice, and they make each other very happy. So I'm very happy about it. I've gotten over my weird.
No, it wasn't weird. What you were feeling wasn't weird.
Well, I guess. Anyway, so it wasn't on the wall. And I said, and there was an obvious spot where it had been. And she's going to put a curio cabinet that she's bringing in that spot. So I knew all the cross stitch was going to come down. There's a couple other little things, some teddy bear frame things. Anyway, and she said, no, I haven't taken anything down. And I started second guessing myself, thinking, did I take it off the wall and not remember? I just can't imagine why I would do that. So yesterday, when I called and said, hey, we're on our way up to your house. And she said, oh, I just want to tell you, I think I found that piece you were looking for. Somebody had taken it down and put it in the sideboard drawer. And I don't know why, or if it fell down and they just, anyway, so
Maybe.
I had stitches for my mom in 1989. And I super, super professionally framed it. It must have been tighter.
I'm sure you had
imagine.
it tight at one time. It's
Yeah.
probably just stretched over the years.
Yeah. So in 89, I did try lacing, but I don't even know what the pattern is. There's probably a Leisure Arts but such an 80s style, but I still love it.
Yeah, like this little girl here with the French knot hair. That's
Yeah.
so 80s.
And the duck down here.
Oh yeah, all the ducks
I
and
don't
geese,
know.
the rocking horses.
Yeah, it all is
The
just
toy sheep. I feel like these motifs were
Yeah.
in like
everything.
everything.
Well, look at that border. I'm so impressed with myself on that border.
That. Did you give it to her for Christmas or something?
Yes.
Did you have a major deadline?
It was
that border.
It was a Christmas present. I was more of a monogamous stitcher back then. I mean, I maybe had a couple things going, but anyway, so it's back home with me. I don't know what I'll do with it. I don't think when I have a craft room, I'll probably hang it in my craft room because it is full of memories. And I do remember stitching it for her.
There's I do like this hat. I think the hat with the flowers is very
watermelon.
Cute. I mean, I like the piece in
the
general.
Colors in the watermelon are cute. The cat. Anyway, but it just definitely is a 1980s piece. If you were stitching in the 80s, you can relate. But I think there's another little piece I took down because she's going to put her stuff there, but that I'll share next week. That was kind of in the same vein, but smaller. But I'm happy to have it home with me. And
this motif, is this a quilt?
It's a cat, like a quilted cat.
Oh, I see. That's why there's
a really good French knot there.
French knot.
It's a googly eye French knot.
Here, we'll do this. See there's the French.
I still had mastered my French knots in 1989. How old were you?
It's another one where your eyeball is popping off.
Where?
That poor cat.
Oh,
look at it closely.
I know. Here, just smash it back up.
It's just
there.
Not the first piece you've shown with an eyeball popping out.
How old were you in 1989?
You're asking me to admit that on screen. I'm at the point where I'm old enough. I don't want to tell people how old I am.
So I was
6.
So I had been stitching just about 6 years because I started stitching when I was pregnant with Sarah. So that is pretty good. Yeah,
your French knots are not bad.
They're not great.
Just teasing you.
The
rest of the French knots are pretty good.
Yeah, there was a lot. Like all of those are French knots.
Just love it. I love it when I can look at a piece flat and see it.
I don't know if they can see it.
Can you see it? Let me see if I can point to it so you kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, there's the eyeball.
Okay, I'm not taking it apart to redo that.
No.
I'll put a little piece of glue.
It's part of the joy of it, that it's just a little. It's also really old. It might have been a good French knot at the time and just wiggled loose on the wall.
I doubt it.
Given you and your history with French.
We didn't have YouTube videos back then. You had to just kind of figure it out yourself.
I know.
I literally did have I still have it. It's who was the publisher of it? It's a big book about this big, skinny, and it's all embroidery stitches, like all these diagrams. But I am not a diagram girl. I can't look at a diagram and figure out how to. Yeah, I need to see somebody doing it. So anyway, that book I got for like Christmas one year when I was first married. It's a great book. I just can't use it.
Is it useful to you? You still have it?
Yeah,
tucked away somewhere.
It's tucked away somewhere. I think it's. Yeah. I don't know where it is actually. I don't think I got rid of it though. I actually had 2 copies at one time, but I know I have it somewhere tucked away. I'll find it when I start cleaning up.
Yeah, when you get ready to move.
I've cleaned out a lot of my craft stuff though. Like I got rid of all my quilting stuff and all my rubber stamping stuff is gone. So I mean, I have done some of that kind of purging, but there is one crate that I have fabric in like a partial quilt top, and it might be in that crate. So anyway. It was a gem back then, and maybe if I had shown it to Dad could have figured it out because you can look at a diagram and yeah. If I had to assemble a piece of IKEA furniture, it would never get assembled. I have 2 kids that worked at IKEA. They got it down pat.
Yeah, I can do IKEA now for the most part, although Jesse has to walk me through a little bit of it. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my. We do have a featured friend today.
We do.
Yes, we do. So. Today we're going to show a piece that our friend Linda sent in to show. It's her latest finish, and I'll insert it right here. Dress stitching like that.
Is Luca S like a European designer of some kind, I wonder?
I feel like we have talked about Luca S in our Zoom chats before, but I don't know very much about Luca S.
Because
Yeah,
it's got a lot
you
of.
can buy at Walmart and stuff. Yeah, I remember.
What?
I kind of think I'm wondering if it's kind of like a
Walmart has cross stitch stuff?
dimensions. Well,
Oh, was it a kit?
Order. I don't know. Well, when I Googled it.
Oh, I didn't know you could order cross stitch stuff on.
No, it says Walmart.com. Luca S. cross stitch kits. Here. It's an Etsy shop. Maybe it's just a big company that does.
Maybe.
So I'm not really
cool
sure.
Kits.
Really pretty.
Anyway.
Pretty and big things. Anyway, thanks, Linda, for sending that to us. She was at our Zoom chat yesterday and was talking about it. You weren't there, but I said, "Oh, that's a lot of backstitching," and she goes, "Yes, it was." She kind of was like, she said she ended up not doing all of the backstitching in the hair because she felt like it just didn't need it and it was so much.
Yeah.
But it really does make the piece pop out nicely, especially the face and the
fabric in the dress.
Yes, yeah.
Kind of the folds.
So it's cute. I love the fabric she chose to do it on too. That it looks like a purpled, mottled.
Did she say if it was a kit? Did it come with that fabric?
You know, she didn't say. Linda, if you're watching, can you comment below and just let us know, is that a kit? We could even maybe link it if she or share about it next week.
Yeah.
If it's a kit. She didn't mention that.
Did she have hers framed already?
It's framed.
Oh, that's hers. Oh, yeah.
Frame. Yeah.
Oh, cute. That's really cute, Linda.
It's really cute. Thanks for sending us that picture so that we could share it. We love sharing.
Linda is a fast stitcher.
She is really prolific and stitches gorgeous, like beautiful work.
Complicated, kind of delicate pieces.
Yeah, I love it when she joins the Zoom call and I get to see what she's working on that day.
That other designer that we talked about him before.
The
elegant lady.
Yes,
not the elegant,
I don't remember his name, but she was stitching.
Yeah,
or had stitched something.
Yeah. Anyway,
she's beautiful.
She does a lot.
Thank you.
Yes.
If you are watching and you want to send us in a picture of something that you're working on or have finished, we would love to feature it. I just love getting to do that.
I know.
Because Linda doesn't have a Zoom channel. And I'm friends with her on Instagram, but I don't know if she posts a lot. I'm trying to remember back. But I love getting to see what she's
And I would never have known about this designer or these kits or that Walmart.
You could get them maybe you can get them at Walmart. I'm not sure, but maybe at one time you could.
Yeah.
I'd have to do more research, but
yeah.
So send us something if you'd like. I have a few still lined up. So if you send it this week, it might be a couple weeks out, but I just go in the order that I get them.
Yeah.
So thank you.
It is super fun. I think other people like seeing them too.
I think so. It's different than what we're stitching sometimes. And so it's fun to see that variety.
And so many channels, people that have YouTube are stitching different kinds of things than what other people are stitching.
Yeah, just depending on your personal tastes and what your eyes can see for fabric and what colors you use for your house.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you can email stuff to us at the email below, stitchandstuffxs@gmail.com, although Linda sent it on Instagram because she couldn't quite figure out how to get her email to send the picture. That's fine too. You can send it to me or Mom or the Stitch and Stuff Instagram. I can certainly download it from there and get it onto our video. So if email is too hard, you can let us know.
Yeah. How many did we have on our Zoom call yesterday?
I think there was 10 of us. There would have been 11 if you were there, I think at the most.
I've shared a couple of patterns that I bought and are stitched by Salt Pepper Stitching. She joined us, Emily Call, for the first time, and she's super sweet. And she's working on a piece right now that I've been putting, and not just me. I think other people are pressuring her. She needs to release that as a pattern.
Pressure.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Go to her Instagram. I think it's just salt.pepper.stitching.
I think so too. Yeah, and it's beautiful.
I think if you even put in Emily Call.
She's got 5 kids. She said she has 5 kids, and I was like, how do you get as much done as you do?
Because she's also releasing it's shown, I don't think it's released yet, but she did she did release St. Patrick's Day pattern, but she's already got an Easter one ready to go. Yeah. And they're not huge, but there's a lot of stitching on those.
And they're adorable.
They're adorable. And it's a cute little bunny Easter one.
Keep mentioning her because her stuff is so cute. And she's a new designer, so.
They're really cute. I love them because I think they'll be really, when I do them, I think of them in my dough bowls or my tier trays because they're just that nice size. But this one that she's been working on that she shared was bigger. It was more of a sampler kind of thing with a verse on it. And I really love I love the verse that she had on there. And it's just.
I'm going to show your stuff for you, Emily.
Yeah. Here.
Just watch out. And when she's got it, she did say she's kind of planning on
Yeah.
trying to chart it. Oops,
But
sorry, the ring light.
Colors in this,
Sorry. Okay, this is new for me. The
because we
ring
have the
light
ring light.
messing me up. It's weird. There, does that work?
It's backwards, so I can't read it. But
It will be forwards on the
Yeah.
screen for the
anyway,
recording.
I'm really hoping that
The
she.
size of a seed can do amazing things. And
Yeah.
just the colors. It actually makes me think of that chrysanthemum rosewood manor that
Yeah.
you just. Oh, I technically have all. I left
do.
it together.
Anyway, I love that piece, and
Yeah.
I will stop what I'm working on to start that when you release it, Emily. So
Yeah. So check
Anyway.
out Emily. We just keep giving her shout outs because we were loving
Yeah.
her stuff so much.
yeah. Anyway.
And it was fun to get to meet her
Yeah.
and visit with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that was a highlight in my week. Can you tell? I think I've talked about it like
Talk
100
about the Zoom meetup for the next hour and a half.
I got real excited to talk to other people who like stitching. Oh,
And she said
gosh.
she didn't have a lot of people in her life that are stitchers.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how many of us really do?
Not many.
It's kind of all.
Yeah.
Why don't you share first?
Okay. Well, I will share that I had high hopes. You know, I've been promoting the Olympic stitching.
Oh, are you behind?
I just gave up on it.
You did? Oh,
I
I didn't know that.
I didn't mean to, but I had a little bit of a health issue this last week that was causing me a lot of pain. And so by the evening, I wasn't feeling very good after working all day. And so a couple of nights I didn't stitch very long at all. And I just went to bed early because I just didn't feel good. But then when I did stitch for several nights in a row, of all things, I worked on my Whipco piece, which is Ring Around the Rose Tree.
Light's gonna mess this
Yeah,
up there.
that little precious thing. Dad looked, okay, I showed this to Dad. I showed him my progress. He goes, oh, because I'm working up here. And he goes, oh, that's gorgeous. But the girls, they're kind of blah.
They're kind of blah.
I'm like, you are such a, this is why we need other stitchers in our
I
life.
know.
Because the people that are in our life don't appreciate
He thought those
Yeah,
girls were
then he
kind of, what does
laughed.
he think about my children?
I don't know. Then he kind of laughed and said, I'm just joking. So I don't really know what he was thinking.
Maybe he thought they were really pretty and he was being sarcastic.
I don't know. So it's kind of hard to show you, but I started right here in the middle and I'm
Making good progress.
I started up here, and this week I've worked a lot on here, and I'm at the point where I can start her head.
Ooh, fun.
So it doesn't look like much, but this is many hours of stitching. So this is kind of bright. So I did all of this. I did all of this. I did a little bit of this.
Yeah, that's
And then the first little girl is going to be right there.
Aww.
I have another rose right here.
to do.
Yeah, and a few more branches
Oh,
down
so
below
cute.
here. And then that'll be the end of this floral. And then the other half, this is really literally the
so you
halfway
almost have
point.
all of the tree.
Half of the tree.
Half the tree.
Yeah. And then there's that gorgeous, not really a border, but look at that, those leaves around them.
The stems and
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, I love
The
that.
vining.
Yeah. So I get to start a girl pretty soon.
Yes. Are those all beads on the,
Yeah, there's beads in their dresses.
but on this? Are those stitches or beads?
Not 100% sure.
Oh, wow. That's
There's
so
probably
pretty.
there are probably beads in there because I've got green beads.
Ah,
There's some beautiful kind of limey
yeah,
green seed
probably.
beads. But I just, for some reason, I love this fabric. It's an even weave. What did I'm stitching it on the back. It says,
Oh.
it's a 32 count antique white Lugana, and I love it. And it's easy to stitch on.
Mm-hmm.
And who would have thought a Mirabilia would have been a comfort stitch, but it was just what I felt like working on. And I'm way over my Whipco hours, but I just kind of thought, when the feeling grabs you on a big piece, you better just take it.
Yeah. Get as
I
far as
really
you
do
can
love
on
it.
that.
And then the other piece, that's all I worked on all week till last night. And so no, I didn't. I worked on this a little bit during the week. It's my Four Seasons. Again, tiny little picture. I'm working on spring right here. And I have the bottom of her, I have her dress pretty much all done. I need to get her arms in there. So I filled in this and this green, and I finished some detailed work up there.
She'll have a few things like hanging off her dress. and her shoes.
I filled in the pink. It's not showing up really pink, all that scattered around the
You
dress.
still have her arms. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of
arms. I haven't finished
border around her head to go.
Yeah, and there's butterflies that are hanging down here.
Uh-huh.
It's super cute. My goal is to have this done before spring, because then I want to start this. I want to be a season ahead, so that by winter
you'll be
I would be done
and ready to. So pretty.
And this was a kit I got, if you're new here, from Nitka.Moscow.
A long time ago. Well, I mean,
a year
last
ago.
year.
It was really a year ago. Well, I found it a year ago, right before Junie came, because I remember feeling so guilty because I made a big deal about how tragic it was that I missed out on getting this kit because I was so in love with it. And I couldn't navigate the Russian website. And then when I finally figured it out, they were sold out. And I was just like, made such a big deal about it. And then literally a week later, we had this little preemie baby arrive in our family that was super traumatic. This was nothing. I mean, I thought, okay, priorities, Miss Gatz. This was not a tragedy. And Junie wasn't a tragedy, but it was very scary and it was very
stressful.
Traumatic.
Yeah.
So every time I work on it, I think, oh man, you're so dumb. But then they made kits available again later in the summer, and I grabbed one and I figured out they were super helpful. The Nitka on Instagram, she answers messages really fast and helped me navigate it. The shipping was probably more, it's hard to remember. It was like in rubles, and I'm trying to convert it over on Google, and I'm sure the shipping was more than the actual kit. But anyway, and I thought, okay, I'll probably get it in 6 months. I got it within less than a month.
Yeah.
So, which was really shocking because some people said that somebody said that they in Canada they couldn't order from them, but I think other people have said no, I've ordered things from, but it had to navigate all through Europe before it got to me, and yeah. Anyway, that was kind of cool.
They didn't just load it.
I think they're getting ready to release another Barbara Anna kit too. There's a little teaser on Instagram. Yeah, they're like, okay, Kim, you can't, because I think I paid like $50 for this or something with shipping.
Yeah, just for the well, no, the whole kit.
Yeah, the whole kit.
I mean, it was just pay way more for that if you're going to knit yourself a sweater or something.
I know, but anyway,
I know. Yeah,
it's a little much. And then I had been talking with my sister-in-law, who we lovingly refer to as Aunt Nancy on this channel,
because she is my Aunt Nancy.
She says Sarah's aunt. It's my husband's brother's wife, and she started Autumn Quaker during Brinko, I think, and which I have, but I haven't started it. But I also had told her that I really wanted to stitch winter Quakers, which my husband gave me the pattern for Christmas, and then I ordered the Baldonis after Christmas. I love this one, and I showed that I bought the summer one last week because I love that one next. But
somebody, I can't remember if it was Aunt Nancy or somebody else, said they have the summer one. They have like a stitching partner for each one so far. Now they need somebody for summer.
Oh,
but now I can't remember who that was. I thought it was maybe Aunt Nancy, but it might have been somebody else.
Well, if you know that, let me know.
Stitching these?
Yes.
Candy is the 614 stitcher. She has her plastic.
Candy is stitching.
So it might have been Candy. Well, I don't remember. You can leave a comment if you were the one looking for the summer partner, because she's got summer too.
I got summer, and I want to get the threads soon for it so I can just work on them. But anyway, so Nancy and I had talked about starting it because it was going to be on my Olympic.
You got far.
Yeah, my Olympic.
Well, I done yesterday.
Thing that I just didn't have the heart. Yeah, and so I said we have to start it. So we were going to start it on our Zoom call, which I was sadly absent from. So I called her last night in between getting home and making dinner, and we started it together over the phone. And you can't, this lighting is not great, but I started right here with this little guy.
You tilt it down, I think.
Yeah. Kind of like. And then I've done almost the whole outline for this motif. So I started that guy's done.
Is that pretty accurate color-wise, do you think?
I think so, yeah. It's called Dwarf, and it's bluer. Yeah. That's what it calls for, but if you look at this pattern, it's not that blue.
What's the color you're stitching on then?
It's Dwarf.
Picture this plus the fabric is Dwarf.
So I've done some of the outlining for this color, this square.
It's like Millie's. The white's gonna pop nice on it. It's like Millie's almost.
And she and I both struggled because some of the Valdanis, I think, okay, I had a different fabric that I was gonna maybe use, but I figured it was too gray. So I have this one.
Some nice modeling.
Yeah, Picture This Plus does do a nice
You were thinking about doing that on?
Yeah, originally I hadn't bought that yet, and I have this in my stash.
Too, like,
but I felt like it was more matching of what the cover is, but not really.
I think it's probably just that the photo didn't capture.
Yeah, that's what I think. But if you look at the Valdanis, there's one color. I also am doing it on a 32 count, so I'm not using 3 strands of Valdani. I'm only using 2. But if you look at the colors, I was a little worried about this one showing up, but I think with all the other colors around it, it kind of frames them and makes them pop. I think, or is it?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was
That'll be
this.
okay.
This one's light enough.
Okay.
Yeah. At first, I was just a little worried about
I
that.
bet it'll be okay.
So anyway, that was
So
kind of a
pretty.
fun little. I worked on that last night when Sarah and I were watching.
I like this green.
Yeah, that kind of
On that one. Let's see.
such
Try again to get the colors
a
right.
dark, yeah. There you go. It's a dark, deep, dark green, pine green.
Is it? Oh no, I mean the other
Oh,
one
the
next
lighter
to it, the
green?
lighter.
Yeah.
I like the pine green too.
And I was
Really
looking at it, going, this
She
isn't as big as.
Chooses such nice colors. Like
I thought this isn't really as big as the other ones. Like Summer's got a lot going on, but this won't take me very long. And then I'm looking at it, going, holy moly! Some like this guy. This is all like multiple rows of border just in that outer border, and I'm like,
I know, Mom. This is basically entirely border. You know that, right? Like this piece is like all just border and border and border and border.
thanks for pointing that out. I feel so much better about it now.
You're gonna really like stitching this one, I can tell.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get that done. No time flat.
I love borders. I'll have it done tomorrow.
Well, and I have autumn over here that I want to start too.
That
and the
autumn one
colors.
is so pretty.
There's a lot more. This one does have the least amount, I think. Oh, I don't know about spring, but this compared to summer and autumn, it has bigger blocks of stuff, but less of the. We did notice that the summer one has an alphabet down at the bottom.
Oh, really?
And Nancy said she's going to maybe do part of the alphabet on top and part of it down the bottom, but I don't feel like I have the skills to rechart.
Do you think you'll leave the alphabet in?
Maybe
When you do if and when
Yeah.
you do summer?
I don't have a thing about alphabets. Anyway, there are some beautiful colors, beautiful colors. And
Yeah, really nice.
she does a nice job on those. Well, and Valdani is just, it's interesting. The Valdani is definitely thicker than DMC, and it does pull differently when I'm stitching. It also, I was having a twisting problem with it last night a couple of times, and it was harder to separate when it got twisted up. I was having a harder time pulling it apart. Like I was afraid I was going to get knots, but
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of getting used to it.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine trying to do a DMC conversion on that. So that's really all I worked on this week.
Yeah. Well, I have more at home, but I might just show it next week or whatever. But I have one thing that's a finish of stitching. I'm so proud of this one. I finished my Biscornu.
Oh.
At least finished stitching it. So now I've been kind of watching the Tiny Modernist How to Assemble a Biscornu video.
Yeah.
But I haven't had a chance to just sit down and do it. But what I'm trying to figure out is, so this pattern, the Flanders Fields, she doesn't give, this is Flanders Fields by Heartstring Sampler. She does not give directions on how to finish up this corner. She just says, Google it, you'll find stuff. But instead of having back stitching, I feel like on the Tiny Modernist one, it looks like it's all a row of back stitching.
We should just do another row of back stitching.
Should I do another row of back stitching around and then leave this as part of the?
Well, all the videos I've seen, have that extra row. Have an extra row of back stitching. That's what I've seen, and that's what they use.
That's what I was debating to do.
They use that for their stitching guide.
Because in the picture for her finished one, which I have right here,
does she show?
She, I actually think I might have a PDF of this. This is probably a lot nicer than my copy. No, my picture's not as nice as this. So maybe I got a PDF.
I think you might have, because you got it really fast.
Yes, I did do a PDF because I wanted it really fast to start on our Biscornu. So see how it looks like. I think she actually stitched the two cross stitch borders together.
I'm not sure I like that.
But I have been looking at that thinking, I'm not sure I like that either.
I would just do a little row of back
I can't really
stitching.
tell actually if that's what she did or if the back stitching row is right next
There's
to
a gap between them. Like you'd think if she stitched those together, they'd be right up against each other.
So then my next thought is if I do a back stitch row, if that is what she did for this, I think her back stitching was too close to her cross stitch border.
Well, we can look at one of my Biscornus and I can show you how far apart it is. I think it's just one.
Yeah, because I don't like this look. I don't like how it looks in the picture here. Like, I don't want this look.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to decide if I do another row of back stitch, should I leave like 2 squares?
Well, we'll pull my Biscornu out and I'll show you how she has it, the one that I've been working on.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look.
I
Does
didn't-
your Viscorno have a cross stitch border and then a back stitch border? Okay, well then I'll just look at what you have and do what that.
And the one video that I really liked, and it wasn't Tiny Modern, it was a
wasn't
different
yours?
one I found just
that's-
before we ever decided to even do this stitch
Yeah,
along.
you should tell me what that is and I'll put a link in because I've
Okay.
been linking the Tiny Modernist
I mean,
one.
and hers is probably just fine too, but I
Yeah,
just remember
sure.
they always talked about that back stitch row as being your guide for stitching it together. So
Yeah, okay, so that's probably what I need to do is
Mhm.
just do another back stitch row. So maybe technically the stitching isn't finished on this, but the actual,
well, it's
Design
weird
is
that
all
she
done.
didn't tell you to do a back stitch row.
yeah, I know. So that's why I've been trying to figure out what I should do. So here's the back.
Good
It's
job, honey.
all done. So now
Well
I'm ready
done.
to assemble that. I was hoping to do it this weekend, but
Stuff.
things happened. I don't know. And then when we're together visiting, I don't want to be like, okay, don't talk to me right now. I have to like work on this. So
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? I do just have a PDF. I'm sure you want to give away that other one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of rough though.
It's okay. If I wanted to get and I don't want to use that, I'll just buy it again.
Okay. We're giving away a copy of that later. So I just wanted to make sure she
It's
wanted
not
that.
high on my stitch priority right now. I got
Yeah.
other ones.
Okay.
Can't imagine that. Got other patterns to work on.
The other things I did some work on this week is I pulled out my Alicia Paulson
Oh,
when that April, whoopsies, which I don't think I've shown. I mean, I haven't worked on this for a while.
mm-mm.
It wasn't on my Bringo board. I didn't put it on my Bringo board. So then and I didn't work on it a lot in the fall because it was a spring piece and I wasn't that motivated. So I got the bunny done.
Oh, cute.
Stitched Mr. Rabbit. Here, let me put something behind me because this fabric is kind of, there is, oh yeah, there we go. You can see the colors better now.
Cute.
So the rabbit is all done. So now I need to, there's the big sheet down at the bottom. Let me show the picture one more
Oh, I
time.
don't know I'm yawning so much.
Tired.
I guess.
I still have the whole border to do on this side, these two little flowers and the sheep and the word spring. I mean, I still have a good amount.
a sheep is not going to be a joke to do.
I know. I'm just going to outline it I'll just do the black and then I'll fill and then do the little patchwork star and then just stitch the white.
What's this on her website?
Oh, what? I know she has a new one, but it's not cross stitch. I've
She's
been
not-
doing, this is Alicia
Oh,
Paulson and she's
okay.
been starting to design more like embroidery.
Which is kind of
things.
making a comeback, I think.
Yeah, it is kind of another big
She
thing.
said,
and
I
it's very
messaged her
cute.
though, and she said she was going to do some more cross stitch. She just must not be making it a priority right now.
Yeah. Well, I still have a few of hers.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, this is the only one of this series I think I've actually
And we
started. I
own
haven't
them
even started
all.
the strawberry one.
Right. And I've got them all for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I worked on my gold collection Twilight Angel last night. Let's see, there we go.
Was any of these your Whipco? No. Or those what you worked on at home?
Yes, I did work on I worked on Snow Queen. I could put a picture in at the end or something, but I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I did stitch a good amount. Did I take a picture? I don't think I even took a picture.
No.
I was working on her bodice. So I have a Mirabilia Snow Queen that I'm working on Gorgeous. I had ripped out for Whipco last month and this month I'm putting back in. So I have my Whipco for her all done and my sunflower. I don't think I worked. Did I show last week all
Mhm,
that green?
yeah.
I don't think I worked on that this week.
How's that hate coming?
No comment. I'll start the hate. I'll start it. I'm kind of waiting for it to be called on Whipco because then I won't be able to avoid it anymore. I'm working on her skirt down here and I'm really liking it. It's less yellow than the picture, which I like. I
Uh-huh.
thought it was I was wondering when I got down to this section if it was just gonna feel as yellowy as I thought the picture looks.
It's more off
I don't know.
white.
I guess the picture doesn't really look yellow, but I don't know. I'm really loving it. So pretty.
So tiny.
Nice and easy. I know I like stitching on them. I think because it's small,
Mhm.
I feel like I can see the progress
Yeah.
fast. The last thing I worked on that I have with me is my Cottage Garden Samplings Turkey Day. Turkey.
I'm really glad I gave it to you for Christmas.
I misplaced one of the threads somehow, so I need to go through my threads.
kidding me?
It's just a DMC.
Oh, I was gonna say some of those were hard.
I
to
don't
find.
know. I know it's just DMC. It's it's the dark red. It's
Oh.
not in the bag anymore. And I'm not sure if I put it in with another. Look at
at
how
him.
cute his body
His
is.
body is really cute. That's a cute little design.
Yes. So he's trucking along. And that's everything I really brought that I can show. to work on.
You've
Yeah.
got a lot going on.
There's a lot in that one. Yeah, there's a lot. It's really fun to stitch. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I love her colors.
Me too. And I think that it's fun that there's the different, well, like you have the same pattern here as here, but different colors.
Yeah,
Same kind of colors here and here, but a different pattern.
Yeah.
So the alternating of the pattern and the color gives it such a nice texture,
Mm-hmm.
which is to me how turkeys kind of really look. They like have kind of varied textures and colors.
On them.
Bright. So that's my stitching. What are you planning this week? Are you planning to just give up on the Olympics?
Yeah. I need to work on my border on my Joyful World because I do want to do a certain amount each month on that.
Yes.
And now that I got it started, that was the hardest thing, was getting it started. So I just need to pick it up. I want to work on that. My other WIPCO piece is the Mirabilia Christmas fairy kit that I started. I need to put some time onto her. I did not work on my Barbara Anna, the new one that I started on, the 2-part clue. The new clue comes out tomorrow or Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
And I need to work on her some more. And I don't know. I just don't know.
Whatever you feel like pulling out.
Whatever I feel like pulling out right now. I'll probably work on Autumn Quakers some more because I'm kind of in love with that.
Winter
Quakers. And I'll probably work on my Ring Around the Rose Tree because I'm kind of in love with that right now. And I've got kind of a super stressful week coming up because I have to go into the office for the first time in 2 years, literally. I think I came home and worked starting like March 2nd or 3rd or 4th. So we're almost at that point. And I haven't been back in the office since, but we hired somebody finally, which is a good thing, but I get to train her. And my job is the kind of job that there's a lot of moving pieces and different situations every day that come up. So you can't really say, okay, these are all the things that are going to happen. This is what you do, because it's weird stuff all the time. And so there's basics, and then you just basically have to be on call because she'll probably call me and say, I don't know what to do with this one. So I'll have to walk her through. So, it's just experience. So it's kind of, I feel scattered a little bit on knowing where to start with her. And I kind of have a plan, but we'll see. But I have to go in the office and I have to wear a mask all day. And I have to wear like an N95, which I tried one on here at home. And these are my computer glasses, and my glasses just fell right off my face because they come up so high. I don't have a very big face. I mean, I look like I have a big head, but I feel like masks run right up under my eyes sometimes. And I have to constantly pull them down. And so those weird duck face ones that you have to wear, they come up really high. So I'm a little stressed about, I can't see the computer without these. So I can't work if my glasses don't stay on. So I have 2 different kinds to try. I think my work has some on the counter that maybe it'll be different. I don't know. So I'm not there and I am working all 5 days. Normally I only work 4 10s. I'm working 5 8s, which is kind of a different schedule for me, but I'm off at 2 every day. So I'm going to get up and work for a couple hours at home on stuff that I do some things that she doesn't need to know. So I'll work on that stuff before I go into the office around 9. But you know what I'm really stressed about? The alarm code to get in the building and the alarm code to do the security alarm. I hate that alarm pad. It's we got right before we went into lockdown 2 years ago, we got new alarm system, and it's almost like it's not buttons. It's like a glass front. And so it's like almost like a credit card screen. Like it's just flat. And if your finger hits the number just wrong, it beeps at you. And I hate alarm systems because and then I panic. And if you don't put the right one in, then they talk to you and you have to know the code.
Do you know the code?
The security question?
Do you know what to say if they call you?
No, because my boss didn't remember what it was either.
Well, you probably need to know that, and then your mind will be at more.
She's meeting me there tomorrow, so.
Oh, good. Well, then just have her do it and have her write it all down for you.
Anyway, I think that's getting into the building is the first stressor. Meeting this new employee is the second stressor. Not really in my own environment, my own desk, I have to pack up stuff to take with me. I don't know.
You'll be just
fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be one of those things where later you'll be like,
it was nothing.
Just like the Nitka Moscow kit. Why was I so worried?
I know. I mean, I'm not totally worried about it. I mean, it's just not going to be my normal week. So, but it'll be nice to get off at 2 every day. if I actually get off at 2,
You make yourself.
she might go home and I might still be working on stuff.
No.
I'm hoping not.
No.
I'm hoping I can keep up. That's the other thing, is trying to do my job while I'm training somebody is hard, because my job continues. Nobody says, oh, don't bother Kim, she's training somebody. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be one of those weeks where I'm just going to stitch on what I want to stitch.
Yeah.
I don't think we really have anything else coming up
Other than to show my knitting though.
Oh, we don't have anything else other than like the Olympic thing where they would.
No, I don't think so.
Where they would. We
have the retreat we're planning. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're not planning a retreat yet. People keep asking us to do one.
I know,
next year.
And Dad said, who's going to come to that? I said, I don't probably know.
Okay, honestly, give us an evaluative answer in the comments if you're watching and you would come to this, like maybe the Seattle area for a retreat. Assuming we could keep the costs, it would be a really hopefully affordable one. Let us know.
We're gonna do it in Seattle. Nothing's affordable in
okay,
Seattle.
so I know of a camp that might have has pretty good rates in it.
Here?
It's not in Seattle, but it's just over the water.
Oh,
I forget exactly where. It's on the peninsula, but not.
Apparently, that was talked about in our Zoom call yesterday because I saw
it was somebody brought it up.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
By the way, Tina Stitches, she has her own channel. I watched her this last week. I bought a pattern because of you. It hasn't come yet, but I bought it off Amazon.
What did you buy?
It's, the old-fashioned simplicity sewing pattern.
Yeah.
And they come out with those vintage ones where the girls are like in the 1950s with the cute dresses.
Mm-hmm.
There's one with 3
Wait, you bought that pattern? Not a cross stitch pattern.
I bought the kit. It's a cross stitch kit
that looks like the pattern.
She bought it. I think she got it for Christmas or bought it with a Christmas gift card, and so she was going to stitch it for us. It was so cute.
That's fun.
So stitch it for her. Yeah, it hasn't come yet, but I blame you, Tina. Blame you.
Toxic behavior.
Sorry, you feel.
Flosstube is encouraging your talk.
Sure, you feel bad about it. This is so cute.
I am trying so hard to get this done before it gets too warm. I'm trying really hard. So I have one more sleeve to do and that sleeve, and then it's done. Weaving in ends. Oh, I have to sew the pockets closed.
The problem with big girls is that their shit takes forever.
No, it's like not as long as mine, but not like a baby sweater where you.
This sleeve is a cute little pocket though.
I know. She's gonna love this.
Little ruffly. Look at this detail. Oh, so cute. I knit one of these for
the sleeve will have this pattern on the bottom of the cuff too.
Liddy, I knit her a blue one, but I didn't put the hood on it when she was a little girl. When she was 12.
So this has to be, this from here to here needs to be 13 inches before I can start the cuff. So I'm probably at about 8.5. So a few more inches to go. I'll probably knit on the way home today and see if I can get as close to that as I can.
Well, hopefully it'll fit her next year too.
What are my plans this week to knit? I know, I think it will. I knit the 10-year-old size, but I kind of think it'll, usually those
just might not be as long. Yeah, what are your plans this week?
I have another half hour to go on my WIPCO Snow Queen. Mm-hmm. And I don't really have any specific plans besides that. What
was your other WIPCO piece?
My other WIPCO piece was the sunflower, my big real sunflower. And I got my 2 hours in.
Oh, Magazine Monthly. That's what I have to work on.
Yeah, Magazine Monthly.
Duh.
I need to do a couple more hours on the turkey because I put him for 6 hours. That's why I'm making such good progress.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my big plan is to finish that this morning. Okay. I really want to finish that this morning all the way, fully finished. I really probably need to make a goal of fully finishing something, but I have to be able to get to my sewing machine, and to get to my sewing machine, I have to clear out the rest of that spare room as I put the girls' room back together after painting.
Who's giving me shade about my house and how I have to clean out my house? You can't even get to I can get to my sewing machine now.
I put all their books finally back up on their books. The bookshelf I painted their room, put the bookshelf in. Now they have like all their little like knick-knacky things that I need to figure out where those are going to go, because the bookshelf ended up being full of books. It was exactly the right amount for the books that we owned.
But you had hope of having.
But I was kind of hoping they would be able to put some, because we got rid of one of the dressers. So
maybe we need to get rid of some of the
knickknacks,
some of the books.
We might need to get rid of some of the books. Yeah.
I mean, they still have picture books in there, don't they?
Yeah, some of them, but they still.
Maybe they can go upstairs in that other cabinet shelving unit thing you got in the hallway by the bathroom.
That's their school bookshelf. That has all their school books on it.
Maybe
I know
to go in the.
I might need to get rid of the encyclopedias from your childhood, because we don't use those at all. And they're just so cute that I hate to do that, but I don't really need them.
Yeah. Anyways,
yeah. So it's a juggling act. We are book people, guys, like books everywhere because we love books and it's hard to get. And they're usually really good books, not like, I usually pair out the waste of time books, like the fun ones that read one time and we're never going to read it again. But we had lots and lots of picture books that are still, like, I still have a lot of picture books geared towards older kids, like, you know, not like baby word books or anything. Yeah. And some that the girls just won't let me put away yet. They're still too like, you can't put that away yet.
I don't have my planners. I'm not sure.
So I need to be able to get over to my sewing machine because I really need to finish Millie's woodland creatures. And to finish that, we have a frame and I have fabric and then her woodland creatures that she stitched. I'm going to stitch fabric around the border, like kind of onto it and then frame it because the frame is bigger than the fabric. The fabric's kind of a weird size. It wasn't like a standard frame. Right. So I need to be able to get to my sewing machine to finish that up. That's my plans.
My plans are, whatever I've got for my magazine monthly, but I can't remember what I have.
Do you have any haul?
No.
You used to do stuff given in the mail yesterday. All the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That we've been dramatizing about for.
Yeah. Where's, okay. Hold on. Oh, please. Please.
Do you have a copy of the thing that you also gave me to show or no? Not here yet. Because I don't want to go get it. I don't want to go get it. The chrysanthemum one. You guys, we're doing this. We're here. We're managing.
It's in there.
We're here. We're managing. Oh, that's Summer Quakers. I'm just going to show it. This is one of her haul pieces. Golly. The colors on that are just so beautiful. You're right. That does have a lot more kind of going on in it than the winter one. The winter one is a little more sparse.
Yeah, there's not as much around the bigger piece.
Those are so, I think it's this Valdani thread that is just so stunning. I mean, all the colors are gorgeous, but that one being used in the way that it's used.
And if you know how much I hate spring and summer, for me to love something. Yeah. Okay, so this was the piece that I had ordered directly from Rosewood Manor that I've been talking about. Didn't come. I ordered on December 27th. It came yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's the
she resent it because it must have gotten lost in the mail somewhere.
Yeah, this is a
and it came fast after that.
Yeah, so somewhere along the line. So there probably could be a third one that shows up. I ordered one finally off of 123 Stitch. And before I knew she was going to resend it, I was thinking of just having her cancel the order. And I thought, no, I still want to give her the business. So she resent it. And I'm actually gifting this copy to her.
Because I am a huge Rosewood fan. And I love this one.
So then I had ordered.
Yeah, I just showed that one for you.
Yeah, summer. And then she sent 2 extra patterns, which was very nice of her.
So sweet.
One's called Industrious Bee. And it's this.
It's really cute.
Bees down there.
Oh, I can even.
So the verse says, "The industrious bee extracts from every flower its fragrance, sweets, and mild balsamic power. Learn thence with greatest care and nicest skill to take the good and reject the ill. By her example taught, enrich thy mind and prove kind nature's gifts. By sense refined, be thou the honeycomb in whom may dwell each mental sweet, nor leave one vacant cell."
Oh, I want to stitch that.
So that came. I've never even seen that one. And then there's one called the Emily Monroe quilt. I don't know if I'll ever stitch this, so I might do this as a giveaway someday if you don't want it. It's really pretty. I'm just not into horses. So, but isn't that pretty? The flower motifs are beautiful in this.
Is this her list of patterns?
Oh yeah, look for these designs.
Hokey mokey, look at that. That list.
Hokey mokey.
Hokey mokey. Look for these designs from Rosewood Manor with more coming soon. I mean, that's like 100 designs.
I know.
What the heck? She's so prolific.
I know.
I didn't even know she had that many out. I've never really.
I don't know if they're even
stitched
all
by Susan Silva. That's beautiful. Oh, this one about the bees is she read this verse in a book about American sampler verses. It was in a sampler from the 1700s. I love the words and was inspired to create a sampler using them. That's really cute.
This one, I visited the website, the Massachusetts Quilt Documentation Project. I was inspired to create this quilt design. I did take some creative license and arrange the blocks a bit different, but I hope the spirit of the original quilt remains. It is circa 1860, made by Emily Wiley Monroe, who lived from 1823 to 1895.
This one is all Weeks Dye Works. This is chrysanthemums one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, so it was very sweet of her. Thank you. She doesn't watch us.
Thank you, Karen.
This is all DMCs. And then what's this one?
This one, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's the Weeks. No, that's DMC's. Oh, sorry.
This is Classic Colorworks. Yeah. Is that just?
Yeah, I love that. So
there's a tulip one that I love too, but I love this one even more. So
really gorgeous.
That's my haul that came yesterday, which was kind of unexpected, and it was nice after the crazy day that I had. But also, I forgot all about it until you said something.
And I was like, surely she remembers that she has haul because I was here when that came. Well, and I was thinking I technically have haul because you gave me the extra copy.
This one.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have this one? Want to do a stitch along?
Oh yeah, so pretty. What else do we talk about? Well, we have a giveaway, but I don't have it with me. I'll insert a picture right here of the thing we were going to give away last week. It's the blue snowman.
What questions you were going to talk about?
Oh yeah, I have a couple of questions that I was going to address. Where is my thing? There it is. Okay, the winner of the little blue snowman is Aunt Nancy. So congratulations, Aunt Nancy. I'll give that out to you tomorrow. I'll have put the picture in here.
Do you remember off the top of your head who designed that pattern?
Nope. I don't remember. I don't think it was somebody I knew. It wasn't like a grade schooler or something.
Yeah, Nancy got it. Yay.
So congratulations. And then we have a new giveaway.
You're probably going to get it about the time to stitch it next Christmas.
Probably. But Carolyn Zook was super sweet. Carolyn, thank you for your justification for me that you just sent out yours from October. I was like, see? And Carolyn is like,
Carolyn has an excuse. She moved.
Okay, I don't have
no, you have an excuse. You're busy. You got kids.
I'm busy.
Okay.
I'm going to do it. Okay, so this week's giveaway, I'm going to leave this here. You're going to send it off because you'll actually get it.
I'll send it when I send Tina Stitch's Valentine.
We're going to give away a copy of the Flanders Fields Biscornu that I just stitched.
In honor of Sarah.
In honor of my finishing it, stitching it. And if you wanted to do it on the yellow that I did, I got that at Hobby Lobby. It's one of the Zweigart Hobby Lobby special colors they have. So we're going to give that away, and we're just going to use the word Biscornu for the giveaway. Yeah. So leave a comment with the word Biscornu down below to be entered in the giveaway for Heartstring Sampleries Flanders Fields. It's all DMC. Well, no, that says something about Weeks Dye Works on it, but I'm not using Weeks Dye Works. So did I just convert or did she convert?
I just saw DMC on there.
I'm only using DMC. It says with threads by Weeks. But I think she gives a DMC conversion, or I just picked my own. Maybe I just picked my own color. No, I did not. Uh-oh. Well, that's interesting. Copy. I have to look at mine while it's in my thing.
Yeah, look and see what your PDF.
Conversion to DMC. Yes, she does give a conversion to DMC. Okay. I knew I didn't come up with those colors myself.
Yeah.
So yes, so it calls for weeks, but has a conversion chart that you can use. It's only like 5 colors. Yeah. It's like 2 reds, 2 greens, a purple, and a dark blue or black. Dark blue or black.
Yeah.
So we'll give that away this week. Yeah. What you reading?
I do have a new book. It's called The Last Bathing Beauty, and it sounds cheesy than it is, but it's kind of about I'm very, very not very far into it, but it's about a woman that I can't tell. It starts off in her past life where she's a teenager or she's probably like 19 or something, and her family owns one of those fancy, back in the 50s and 60s, like in the Catskills, they had those family camps that people went to, and they had dance, cotillions. Her family owns a Jewish one for like, I think a lot of Jewish people.
Like in Mrs. Maisel?
I don't know.
Although that's not maybe that was just Jew. That maybe their family's just Jewish.
But she's a Jewish woman.
Jewish? Am I just making that up?
I don't know. I haven't watched Mrs. Maisel.
Oh yeah, because they're gonna have the brown bio. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think they go to a camp.
No, but it's that era, right?
Yeah,
Where people went to those fancy camps for vacation and, you know,
Whole
schmooze it up.
summer,
Yeah.
like Dirty Dancing. I always think of Dirty Dancing.
Yeah,
too.
like Dirty Dancing, that movie. Okay, and it's set, but I think she's in Michigan, and she starts off. So it's this, but it starts off with she's ready. She's in a room in a wedding gown. She's getting ready to get married, and she does not really want to get married. And you don't really know why she doesn't want to get. I mean, she's just scared, and she's not really that happy about it. And something about it made me think maybe she was pregnant out of wedlock, and so it's kind of like a shotgun wedding, is what I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And she she's been raised by her grandparents, and so her grandma's in there, and it kind of leads up to and then her bridesmaids come in, you know, and they're anyway, and then that chapter stops, and then she's an old woman, and so it's about her she's going to tell her story of her life to her granddaughter, who maybe is going through something too. I don't remember. I read a little bit about the excerpt, and I thought, I think I might like this book. So I'll stay tuned. I'll have more for you.
The Last Fading Beauty.
Yeah.
I'll try to put it on our Goodreads.
Yeah.
And we had a few people comment on my request about what to read of Stephen King next. And just after kind of thinking about it and reading some of the comments, thanks for chatting about it. It was fun to see how many people really have read several of his books. I think I might try to read Misery.
I loved that one. I read that one. I watched the movie years ago, and then sometime I just picked up the book and read the book too.
Yeah,
it's pretty intense.
It's Kathy Bates or something in Misery. Yeah,
yes,
I love her.
She plays the bad. You should you read
I'll
it.
read
you should
it,
watch
and then I'll watch it and enjoy it.
And who's the actor that plays the guy?
I don't know.
Really famous too. He was like, it's gonna drive me nuts now. But yeah, the movie's really good. But the book was, obviously the book. I think the books are always better, but the movie was nothing to.
So I'll have to figure out how, like, if I want to try and just buy that, or I probably just find a used copy of it somewhere and order it when I get a chance.
Oh yeah, James Caan.
Oh, James Caan.
He plays the
writer,
victim.
The victim.
Yeah, the victim.
Kathy Bates is so good at playing like crazy.
She is really good at that movie, and the book is.
I'll probably read that.
It's not as big. It's just a tiny. I just feel like it's a tiny.
It's not like 8,000 pages. Like
no,
that was a big book.
No, it's one of his smaller ones. I think.
Well, that might be a good choice for me. I'm also reading Dune.
That book hasn't changed for like 50 years.
Well, this is not a new cover. Okay. This is Jesse's book. It was printed this was a printing in 1990.
Well, that's how long ago that was.
30 years ago.
Just back in 1990.
Back when I was a kid in the olden days. 1990.
You weren't even 10 years old yet.
Gosh, that is like 33 years ago. 32 years ago.
I know. How do you think I feel when I think about the 60s and the 70s? I'm like, those were really a long time ago now.
50, yeah. Crazy. I'm enjoying reading this. It's my second time through, and it's just, the world building is really interesting. I have to pay a lot of attention to it. I can't just like read it fluffy, because there's just a lot kind of implied. Like he writes like as if you already sort of know what the world is like sometimes, which is, I think, an interesting way to just plant you right in the world. But you kind of have to pay really close attention to picking up on some of the political things, because you might not catch it if you're not paying attention. So that's a fun one.
Okay.
All right. Well, we've gone through, I think, everything.
Yeah. Like kind of a quickie episode. Well, quickie for us.
Yeah. Next week we're back to normal apart, and you'll be going to the ocean, but not till Monday. Yeah, so we'll be able to record on Sunday, I think. Yeah. We'll be home next week. Yep. Don't have any real plans, I don't think, for that weekend. So
big news, in case you've been wondering, Washington State has lifted the mask mandate for outside events.
Yes.
Of course, I've been going to a lot of outside events.
No. Yeah.
And that on the 18th of February, that goes into effect. And then maybe on the 18th of February, he'll give an announcement about the indoor mask.
Which day?
The 18th. I think
February?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
there's a lot of talk about dropping it for schools and things.
Yeah,
I think
and the state superintendent of schools is saying it's time to drop it. And guys, come on! I saw a video of Las Vegas or somebody, I think in Nevada school district, dropped their mask mandate, and there was a video that somebody shot looking down into this classroom. First of all, this classroom is not a very big classroom, and there's got to be at least 30 kids in this classroom. Okay, so there's no social distancing happening at all, and if you look at them closely, they've got all kinds of mismatched masks on. And so the teacher goes, guess what, everybody? Starting, I don't know, tomorrow or next week, we won't have to wear our mask anymore. And the kids just erupt. They're screaming. One kid grabs his mask off and he's screaming.
He's throwing it in the air like a graduation cap.
Like, okay, it's time. These masks are not doing any good for these kids, I'm sure, because half of them, somebody told me they don't keep them. Oh, Jesse, because he's in the schools.
Yeah.
Half the kids don't keep them on. And plus they're crowded in these classrooms.
Enforce it. The teachers don't want to deal with enforcing it.
So we're making progress. Our numbers are very, very good. They've been good. Your half of the state had a little bit of a climb, but I bet you're dropping soon.
Yeah, well, they have been dropping, but
yeah,
maybe they were back up again. I don't know.
So we might actually join the rest of the nation here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Well, you know why? I'll just tell you, this is my political side. California and Oregon already announced it. So our governor is like playing follow the leader because they have a little pact going on. So he decided maybe it's time to,
that would be so
be
nice.
realistic.
It's time. We're ready.
We're ready. So that's exciting news.
Yeah.
But of course I have to go to work next week with
I don't know. When you were talking about it, I was like, it won't be lifted by then, would it?
No, it won't be. No, it won't be. So anyway, be nice to everybody. Don't be honkers.
Somebody asked in the Zoom chat yesterday, like, can you explain that to me? And they'll tell the whole story. Like, well, and I was talking about how hard it is for me to name episodes because it's like midnight and I'm like, I just want to call this Floss Tube 83 another Floss Tube.
We're back again.
So, anyways.
Yeah. There was a bunch of honkers on the road yesterday. Poor Jesse's having to drive through downtown Seattle on a Saturday with a U-Haul trailer behind a Suburban. And
he was doing pretty good, but I could tell he was having to watch closely.
There's a lot going on the streets in Seattle.
We'll head back over the mountains this afternoon. And
once you get over the mountain pass, it'll be easy.
Once we get past Cle Elum. The crazy people from Seattle seem to always go away after we pass Cle Elum, which is it's like the halfway mark between the two,
tiny
our
little
two
town.
houses. Tiny little town. I don't know if everybody pulls off and lives there. I don't know, but it's weird.
I don't know. Anyway, have a good week, everybody.
Week. Don't be pissy.
We were going to use that originally, but
I said no. I don't think we should probably put pissy in the title of our thing.
So just don't honk at people for no reason. Now, if they make a left-hand turn in front of you and you've got the green and they've got the red, like somebody did to my husband yesterday, you probably could honk at them.
Well, yeah, use your horn appropriately. That's the title of this episode. Use your horn appropriately. We give you permission to use your car horn if necessary. Okay, well, now I found my title.
Okay, there we go. We have to have this time so she can find titles.
We have to be real goofy for a while so I can put something ridiculous in our. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah. Have a good week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Happy stitching. Where's my
and happy Valentine's Day.